Hey, how's everybody doing today? This is your boy, Des337 Jones, the Unspoken Hard Discussion, our 2024 Powerful Poet. And there are some questions that I was told I needed to answer. So, first question was, how did it feel being honored for this award? And I will say that it was a very big honor because honestly, I didn't think that I was going to win because there were so many powerful poets in the contest. I really didn't expect to win, and it was a big surprise, and it was a big honor because this is a nationwide competition, and there are a lot of poets that could have won this competition, and it just so happened that I was able to submit something that the judges appreciated, and the judges took to heart, and I'm glad that I was able to tell a story through my poem. So I would say that this is a very huge honor for me. It's almost up there with when I became the all-time slam champion for the American Jazz Poetry Jams. So this is a very, very, very prestigious award for me, and I appreciate it, and I do feel honored to be titled the 2024 Unspoken Heart Discussion, Our Powerful Poet. The second one was if I could offer any words for the next powerful poet. Well, I would say for the next powerful poet, I say you need to bring it. Make sure that you have a consistent story. Be powerful in your delivery. Make sure that you're not just spitting words on paper. Let those words flow from your heart. Let those words flow from your soul. Let those words be able to teach somebody. Let those words be able to reach someone. Let those words be the words that could change somebody's life. And that, to me, that would make a very powerful poet. And let me see. The next one was, let's speak on what I hope my achievement will mark for other poets, especially young boys and girls. Well, one thing I want to say is that I hope that this achievement will prove to people that poetry just isn't something that is fly by night. Poetry is there. This is a part of our culture. This is a part of our people. This is how we learn things. This is how stories were passed down from generation to generation. This is how lessons were learned. And especially with young boys and girls, I would like to let them know that this to me is my form of therapy. There are so many things that I could have done to try to gain notoriety, but to be able to express myself and be able to gain notoriety just by speaking words that came from my heart, words that I was able to put into a poem about my mistakes that I've made. Those are the things that poetry has done for me. And I will say, because of the simple fact that being able to express yourself and being able to open up that form of creativity, especially with our young boys and girls, this is another outlet. They don't all have to be superior athletes. They don't have to be big rap stars. There's nothing wrong with being somebody who can actually touch somebody with a simple poem. A few words can impact somebody's life for a very long time. And I know this because as a teacher, being able to see and watch the children that come through our program, to have the way that they improve in school, the way that they improve at home, the way that they improve in life in general, just through poetry. Those are some of the things that I really do believe that young boys and girls can get from writing such poetry. And what do I have coming up next? What are the next endeavors? Well, as of now, as you know, I'm not here on the show tonight. I would be here, but I am actually performing tonight at the Sankofa Entertainment Showcase, which is a entertainment showcase that puts on poets, spoken word artists, hip hop artists, conscious hip hop artists, R&B, neo soul, jazz artists, and we're doing that through the Recipe Environmental Conservation Program, which I host along with my brother Priest. And Actually, next year I will be continuing, not next year, but this summer I will be continuing my 20 years tenure with Alvin Ailey Dance Camp as their creative writing instructor for the state of Kansas, the Kansas Dance Camp. And future endeavors, we will be hosting many different shows. We've been booked to sponsor as well as put on showcases for various organizations here in the Kansas City area. And that's what I have. And hopefully, I have the most prosperous thing about me. It would be just to continue writing and continue inspiring someone. So, to the 2025 powerful poet, whoever you may be, I want to say congratulations. And I pass the throne over to you. And hopefully you will wear that throne, you will wear that crown with such pride and joy. Love you. Y'all have a good day. See y'all soon.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
All right. The time has come for all of y'all to see all the contestants that enter into the Powerful Poet contest. Trust me, I've been back and forth with the judges along with trying to construct things for the show today to make it exciting for you. I'm telling you, they're having a hard time. They keep juggling. So, hey, make sure you tune in I think it's May 3rd, where we want to be announcing the winners of each category and who will be 2025 Powerful Poet. Now, as y'all know, we're here to review it. So if you want, comment your opinions, who you love the most, or just put a purple heart. That's all you got to do. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our host that's also going to assist us in this opinion of these reviews, Dwight Robinson.
Hey, y'all. Will it be like? I hope y'all having a good weekend. Don't mind me. I'm just chilling, but this should be something exciting to talk about. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Yes, I've been so excited and waiting up for this moment. I'm telling you. I still don't even know who the winner is going to be. I mean, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. But the judges, they're juggling. They're doing their job. And they're doing a great one, too. So next, we're going to bring in our assistant host, Denise.
Hello. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing?
Nura will be here soon. She had to make an errand right quick, so she'll be joining us as well with the review. So, I mean, this has been something that's been having my nerves going. I've been up at 4 a.m. trying to get everything constructed for the review and trying to stay focused. So I'm telling you, when we do this is nothing easy. I'm telling you. So our powerful poet from last year, hey, we enjoyed it. He got to enjoy that title. He passed the trophy on to his mother. And I'm telling you, it was really, really a joyful time to, have him on the Spoken Heart Discussion Hour, Powerful Poet. And Dwight, what's your opinion about it when it come down to saying farewell to the 2024?
Well, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this. I would. You don't never have to say goodbye because you never know what's gonna happen. But I'm excited to see who's gonna be the 2025 Powerful Poet. Because what I hear, these people are very talented. I know Dez is because he's just very good. I'll give it to my brother. He's good. I might have to give him a running one day.
Hey, do that past the pen, right?
Well, yeah, a couple of us do that pass the pen. I mean, I ain't did pass the pen in so many years. It was fun to do it because it's just like freestyling. You just not what you call you go by. Otherwise, you pass the pen, somebody writes something, you trying to write something behind them that sound the carry on the story. So yeah, it's fun to do, but you kind of get nervous when you do it. But that's something maybe we can probably do one day, pass the pen or something close to it. But hey, let's talk about that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. And Denise, what was your feeling and thoughts of, our 2024 Powerful Poet? I mean, it was a very tense moment for all of us to sit there because, like I said, on one of the decision when we came down to deciding on poets, you had to step in as well. So what was your feeling and thoughts when it came down to the announcing of the Powerful Poet?
It was tough. Not real tough because Dez really brought it in. Not to say not the other ones didn't, but Dez did the amazing job with the you can feel the honesty. I can't even talk today. But you can feel the honesty. Why can I talk today? What the heck?
God tongue it.
But
maybe you want to say something for us, huh?
Yeah, he gave it to us as well as the others. They gave it to us last year for the poet. They made it very tough for everyone to judge because a lot of the stuff came from the heart. It came from way deep down inside. I think they dug up some ancestors out of this and brought them into there to bring some good spirit in their work. So yeah, it was beautiful. It was. I can't say it was easy, but it was all beautiful. It was all beautiful. But Dez, passing the torch. Wow.
Yes, passing the torch. Because if you remember, that was a very emotional day as well. We had a lot of tears on when he was announced the Powerful Poet. It was actually a tearful moment.
Yes, it was.
Yes. So Nora, welcome in.
You can't hear it.
I got to mute and unmute because the car noise. So Nora, what is your feeling? Because I know you wasn't with us when we announced the last Powerful Poet, but what is your feeling when it comes down to being like anxious about who is going to be the Powerful Poet? What is your feeling and your thought on it?
I think it's an amazing honor. I'm sure everyone who entered is qualified to have that title. But hey, this is the season for one person, so I think it's pretty great that you're doing this.
Thank you.
You know, poetry is one of my things. It's close to my heart. It's near and dear. It's one of the ways I express myself.
Yes. So what we gonna do? Y'all ready? Ready for our first one? Okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and start with our first poet that entered into the contest. And then he goes by Blaze, Mr. Ryan Smith.
You can't even begin to try and comprehend the effects that you have on me just in your coexistence. Last night, while I was in a deep sleep having night terrors, because of you, I awakened in my most woke position. If I were completely deaf in both ears and you spoke, I'd listen. With both eyes glistened. I'd be too broke not to, due to your rich fervor, and I would have had to make a merger with hopeful wishing to accelerate the process in my pole position. Because of you, my entire spirit is mangled, and for you, I thirst, reaching unsurmountable speeds to reach and keep you, my angel, you and your soul. I'd be damn near froze in this mission. Having you as my better half / significant other, yeah. This, brother, will do you right day and night, breaking codes of predictions, how my love for you unfolds as it holds you and listens, knowing that your richness is platinum / golden, vicious, and I'd fight for you, tooth, nail, and all other kinds of weaponry. Sheer for you, I'd fight leprosy. You weren't even informed. You must know that when you were born, you came here blessing me. So now my specialty, without questioning, is to give you more than just the best of me on those roads in any and all hot and cold conditions. Snotty, nose and dripping. Woman, you will never be let go of, even if we were severed at the groves and groves and groves of digging. I mean, they better hold rallies, Zoom meetings, and council sessions. You and I separated, it better not be spoken of, because this man for that woman, bet no I go in tripping, choking, twisting. Think I'm joking? Broken fists and bullets, swords, bokens, ripping to these fake soldiers. Didn't see it different, but these are the rules I go by when I fight for the woman that I love, which are no rules at all, and I mean none. Zero, weirdo. So you can think I'm playing and attempt to touch me. Go right on ahead and poke the grizzly bear that's hibernating. It'll be your end of days when he awakes from resting. I will do all whatever's needed to safeguard who I love if they allow me to love them to no end, even on lands that are frozen. You be my black Elsa. I know this sounds distasteful, but for you, I foam at the mouth daily like drinking a full glass of Alka-Seltzer. Because you were who I'd always wanted to be caressing. Baby, you are my salad, and I am damn sure you're dressing. And deep down inside me, I know beyond any shadow of doubt that we were made to be one another's blessing. Yes, I know beyond any shadow of doubt that we were made to be one another's blessing. Blaze.
Yes, yes. And we're gonna go to Denise first with her thoughts on that piece there. One another's blessing. What did you feel and what did you get out of that?
That he's concerned about a woman. That's what I got out of it, and about it's about the love of a woman. It's pretty much what I got out of it, and that he's passionate about this person, and I just felt like we didn't. I don't want to say nothing negative because there's nothing really negative about it. It's just that he was talking about a woman, and I feel like it was kind of what is that? More of a passionate type of poet.
Yeah, I felt passion, like
It's like,
something from the heart.
yeah, he felt passion in his poetry, and I thought it was beautiful. It was nice. It really was, especially coming from a man. That's kind of refreshing, I think. Yeah,
Well chosen words.
very.
Refreshing. I like that. Refreshing.
Because we always get negative things, about the ladies and stuff like that. It's good to hear someone speak like that. It's nice.
Yes,
really
yes, I
is.
agree. Love it, love it. Now, okay, host, give it to us. Give it to us.
I don't know if some of y'all if y'all don't remember, or if y'all don't know who this group is, then I don't know where y'all been living. But y'all ever heard that song by Josie, You and I?
Yes, yes.
So that poetry he wrote is saying you and I. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about his better half,
Yeah.
his queen, the woman that he'll die for, the woman that he will protect, the woman that he's not gonna let any other man or anybody get in between him and his lady. Which he's telling a story, the poem he's writing, and he's his love for her. That if the man love you, he's gonna show you.
Yes, yes.
When a man, especially he write poetry, if he loves it, he's gonna show it. He's gonna express it in any way he can, and that's what I got out of the poem. He was expressing his love for a woman. Now, I'm not saying if he's married or he has a girlfriend, he could be talking about one of them if he does, but he's talking about that he would go to no ends for this woman. And ladies, it's true. When a man love you, he will move mountains to get to you and do anything for you. So he was writing. That's the piece he was writing about the woman he loves and what he would do to protect her, to keep her, and assure her that I am here for you until death do us part. That's what I got like that. Yeah.
Love it, love it. And Nura.
He sounded like a man in love. Very, very passionately in love.
Yeah, so that's what I got. You know, when I hear him, it's just he's pouring his heart out towards the one that he has chosen for his life and all that he see. But also, I felt that he was saying, "Don't think you're gonna invade this across those boundaries either," because I'm telling you, I go tooth for nail for my woman.
That's right. Spice, you know that song from New Edition? It is in love.
Oh yeah,
that's his way. That's no way he pitting it. But it is in love. That's why he feel the way he do, and you know, you got some people like what, you know, but hey, that man love that woman straight up.
Yes, yes. And let's go to our next one. And her name is Violet Smith, and the name of her poem is Demon Time.
Say it again.
Demon Time. What's good, sunshine? Pleased to finally make your acquaintance. First, let me say hello. I don't believe we were ever properly introduced to each other. I'm the owner of the mind you choose to infest. My atonement. You don't care for the name I assigned to you. But it fits like a glove, since you were the oxymoron, allowing my senses to be catapulted into turmoil. Since our first close encounter in the bathroom, when a slip and fall would lead to an assault, 4 impacts to the skull, then lights out. That was essentially your permission slip to take up permanent residency, forever altering my perception of reality. Every day is a different definition of tolerance. Did you have a bad day? Guessing today is Munchausen by proxy, since now I have the symptoms of photophobia. The sensitivity to the luminescence is illuminating. To fully grasp that every light switched on is an opportunity to see sparklers and fireworks before the 4th of July. Any bright light is a pilgrimage through a lightning storm minus the thunder. The greatest journey traversing a live minefield bathed in hydrogen explosions without the dynamite bombs bursting through the air. Maybe today you decided to tamper with my hearing. There are troops marching in by the thousands. The cadence of their steps resounding, reverberating whispers trapped in caves. Only it's in my spine, rattling my bones to break. You, the monster who ginned the sound of the ocean to a shell, has now bombarded it onto my eardrums, giving me the ability to hear the blood rushing through my veins. Like hearing a freight train racing down the Autobahn at top speed in stereo. The beating of my own heart is deafening. Any and every sound can resonate with the force of 1,000 bells, creating a cacophony of noise, or nails being dragged for miles down a board, soul rattling as a chained ghost of the past. Darkness is a refuge, a sanctuary until you are stalked into slumber. A knock at the door feels like symbols coming together, where a banshee is sanctioned to serenade my brain like Jack the Ripper. Maybe we stroll past someone who didn't understand how to use perfume or cologne, and now I am plagued with vertigo and trying to cage the contents of my stomach. Walking is navigating down a spiral tube that moves. I appreciate the limitless realms you give me an all-access pass to, but I would really appreciate a moment of silence without constant pain. Ma'am, I'm going to need you to please give me a break. In 30 days, you turned the volume down maybe once or twice. But you are always awaiting anything to irritate you, sending me back into a death spiral. Sincerely, the owner of this mind. Peace.
Wow. Miss Violet Smith. I'm going to tell you, she is something else. If y'all ever want to see more of her, please go to TikTok. She always have a live where she throw like a poetry session. And she has different poets that come in there. So I'm going to go to Dwight first and then Tanise and Nura. Tell me your opinion and what you got from that piece.
Well, I think we got the opposite of the first poem that we heard, if I'm not mistaken. I guess the relationships she's in that something like maybe being abused by her husband or her boyfriend, and describing the things that she had to go through, walking on eggshells in the way, not to get him upset to where he started a nightmare all over again. But I'm definitely, I mean, that is a powerful poem. I listened to her a few times. But I believe, that's what she's saying. If I'm mistaken, I believe that's what she's talking about. I think she's talking about the things that some women go through, because sometimes they get with people, get with some men like that, and no matter how well you treat them or cater to them, it's never enough. And sometimes the women pay the price for things that men do, which is just crazy. So that's what I'm feeling from that poetry, that piece that I just heard. I heard that it's like, that's what she said, demon time, because the husband, the boyfriend she lived with, he's on demon time. That's him. He's that demon. So
Yeah, so now Tanise.
Well, I got a little bit different. I don't think it had anything. Well, I don't even gonna start like that. I believe that it was her inner turmoil, her own voices in her head. That's what I believe. I think it's that she was fighting demons within herself. Hearing the constant yelling, the quiet, then the speed up of the noise, but I think it's mostly in her head. She's fighting her inner trauma, that probably may be from past relationships or past issues in childhood, or friendship or whatever it might be. But I think it's more of a internal demon. Like everyone have their demons, and hers has to be in her head.
Well put, well put, well put. And Nura.
It's to me, what I got from it was major depression.
Mm.
She sounded like a person in a major state of depression. And I got the feeling of schizophrenia,
Mm-hmm.
like several different personalities within her, and each one of them were fighting to be in control.
Mm.
well, that's the
Loved
point.
it, love it. And all y'all gave a good point from it. And I thought on the same lines as Tanise and Nura that she was battling with a lot of depression, battling with different sorts of emotions. And like she said, demons, it's just the things that were attacking her. Give me a break. Can I have some type of peace? So, all your answers was great. I mean, yeah, I loved it. And she's powerful. I'm telling you. Y'all get a chance, check her out. Check her out. Now, our next one, because some of our poets, some of them submitted too. So our next one, she's very, very powerful as well. Like when I say these poets, ain't no winner or loser. They all winners. You know, if anything, it's going to be a chosen one. You know, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna listen to this next one by Symbolic Soul.
Hello everyone, my name is Symbolic Soul, and the piece that I'm going to share with you guys is called Love Let Me Down. You created a monster out of me. You shattered all my hopes and dreams. Then you made me lose everything. I wish somebody would have told me that I can't turn a fling into the man of my dreams, chasing the figment of my imagination, but not taking the time to realize the dangers I'd eventually be facing, racing against time, losing myself and forgetting to read between the lines. My mind was clouded by your looks and your charm. You had me shook, add a smile to that, then before long your guilt had me hooked like bait. You dangled forever in my face, dug into my heart so deep until I lost all the pieces of me. How dare you have the audacity to mislead me? At the center of it all, I had to come to the realization that our love was gone. I had to face the fact that it would take 1,000 forevers plus a day and maybe a couple of forgotten hours to try to get what we once had back. What I thought would be my eternity slowly crept into a catastrophe. So honestly, I'm done with all your momentary apologies. The apologies you say just to get your way. Then before long I find myself repeating the same day. Unnecessary disagreements turns into senseless arguments. I had to keep my composure because we both can't go from 0 to 100. Loving you became hazardous to who I was and to who I had yet to become. Well, now I'm done with all your silly accusations. Your pettiness has become too abrasive for my nature. You're just too contagious for me. So before you spread your infections, I'll just leave. You created a monster out of me. You shattered all my hopes and dreams. Then you made me lose everything. I know that I must let you go, but that doesn't mean that it won't hurt me though. The love that we once shared has disappeared. My heart is recovering from not having you near. Your touch, that smile, those eyes, I can't deny how it drove me wild, but now my soul has to cut all ties with you. Don't act like anything I'm saying to you is brand new. Year after year, the hurt and pain still felt the same. I tried to come up with clever excuses. I hid my truth and swept a lot of dirt under the rug just to be with you. Shrugged my shoulders and played the bigger person after every disagreement. Seasons and circumstances change, but sometimes people just can't. Set in ways that won't help the bad days. Now we're caught in a web of turmoil, searching for brighter and better days. Holidays and anniversaries start out great, but somewhere throughout the day, I had to prepare myself for an angry wave. In an ocean desperate for air, drowning from all the pain buried from deep within. Can you hear my silent cries from way over there? Or am I wasting this precious life that I was gifted with? Do you even care about how you destroyed something so rare? Hurt people casually. I gave you my heart as a sacrifice, and you claimed it as your casualty. You created a monster out of me. You shattered all my hopes and dreams. Then you made me lose everything. Well, this is the end. And with this pen, my signature solidifies where I begin.
Yes, yes, yes.
Stop it, Spicy. I ain't trying to hear that right now.
So I'm gonna go to Nora first. What did you get from that poetry piece?
That was hot. She was angry. She was pissed off. She was mad. A man broke her heart, and he changed her life forever. And she sees new beginnings in writing with her pen.
Yes, yes. Dwight?
Yeah. I'm like, she wasn't talking to me, was she? Was she talking to me? Huh?
Did you break her heart?
Hey, you listen, though. Hey, you shouldn't have put it on the air like that, girl. You could have talked about the time behind closed doors. But just like Nora said, yes, she's talking about a heartbreak of the man that she was with, which most people do when women and men get together. Sometimes women get with the wrong type of men, and sometimes men get with the wrong type of women. But from this piece that she was talking about the experience of her life and how it goes up and down like a roller coaster with the man she's involved with, when she's making it seem like I think the holidays, the only time, most of the time he acts good, I guess because of the presents or Valentine gifts, whatever. But this man made her into a monster, I guess, for her attitude, her actions, the way she go about her daily life. And just, you sit there and you wonder, well, how did this happen? How can I get out of this situation? But she's angry from that piece that she's with somebody that she shouldn't have been with. So it happens. We get into relationships, marriages that should never have happened. And so she's angry. This dude did something and everything. So she's mad about that. But that was powerful. That was a very powerful piece. She did an excellent job. I really liked the way she sung, and then she came and told a story, gave us some of it, and then she went back to sing again and finish it off. So
yes, unique.
Loved it.
Antonique.
Yeah, I saw that. I can kind of relate to it. It's where she really told a good story. She pretty much told a lifetime story right there, because of what she went through. She probably had, like, what I got out of it was that she put too much faith in a man that didn't have faith in her. So he took the relationship for granted, but she felt like she was, giving him all her all, and he was giving her the bare minimum of nothing, and took her for granted. That's what I got out of it. And she had dreams for the relationship that didn't happen. It was probably, it sounded like more of a selfish type of relationship. One person did more and the other one did much of nothing. So I can I can get that. I can understand that completely. And it was really nice the way she did it. She gave a good storytelling in a short amount of time. Young lady, keep this up, because it really sounded really nice, and it can probably help. But her poem also, the way she put it is like she can give someone out there some hope that it ain't the end. It's not the end, but it's giving us a side where you ain't the only one that been through this. Okay, I've been through it, and here's my poem.
Love it, love it, love it. Yes. And what I got through from it was the mere fact is she's been, the woman's been through a lot. He's took her through a lot. He's disappointed her. The woman that she used to be, she's not there no more, because what he has within her now, he created.
Yeah.
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
That was fire, Spice. That was fire.
And there she goes. She said, a narcissist relationship. Yes. Love it, love it. Now we're going to go on to her again. She comes on with her second piece.
Hi everyone, I go by the name Symbolic Soul, and this is my second entry for the Spicy Grade Powerful Poet Contest. The first one I'm going to do is called Light. I decided to invest in myself for a change. I'm worth dollars, no cents. But for the life of me, I just can't understand why I sugarcoat some things and devalue who I really am. My heart is fragile, so I try to protect it at all costs. Throughout my years on this earth, I've experienced so many losses. Battling with these demons, they often try to control me like a manipulated boss. But I pray for discernment to kick in before I allow my demons to win. Friends tried to warn me about this downward spiral that I was headed in. My head is as hard as a brick, so naturally, I didn't listen to them. My perspective always seems to be right, but when God entered my life, I was forced to rearrange my stinking thinking. Ranking myself low on the totem pole and believing that I wasn't worthy to be loved left me emotionally distraught. The wounded child inside of me was longing to be healed and set free. I wasn't given the right tools, so instant gratification became a norm for me. Lacking empathy and compassion became all too easy. I wasn't given what I needed, other options appeared, so I chose to run to those instead. Comfort was never a friend for me. I ran from the obvious and decided that I was strong enough to supply my own needs. After doing whatever it takes to push everyone away, all the love I had for myself began to fade away. Running away from myself, I developed unhealthy coping mechanisms. All my isms and schisms always seems to catch up with me. I guess my feet just can't move fast enough. Is it my life was created to endure all the pain in order to be a witness for a lost woman or man? Someone please give me the answer, because I just don't understand.
Thank you, guys. That was the first piece called Light. The second one I'm going to do is called Stand in Your Truth.
Can we try something different for a change? I mean, instead of being silent, can we just raise our voices and maybe even broaden our horizon? You see, some of us would rather be silent and deny what we feel on the inside. Then we would decide to wear a mask to disguise all the hurt and pain we carry on the inside. But my question to you is why? Why would we rather hide our truth and cover it up with lies, only to deny the pain that would somehow resurface anyhow? In the meantime, we unknowingly allow our past to eat us alive as we learn to improvise. Why is it so hard to open our eyes and to recognize the enemy lies? I don't know about you, but I'm tired. I'm tired of being silent, and I'm tired of hiding my truth. You see, I recently realized that hiding my truth was harder than working a full-time job. So I had to tell the enemy that I declined the position, and I made the decision to no longer be held captive and feel in prison. Trust me, this decision wasn't easy for me. There was a time in my life that I struggled with mental and physical abuse, suicide, addiction, depression, low self-esteem, and even insecurities. But today, I'm ready to be free. I'm ready to stand in my truth. How about you? I know I'm through. Are you through too? Are you finally ready to heal all that emotional pain? Because I know that I am. My main goal is not to be ashamed and address what held me back. I no longer want to feel trapped, and I'm tired of being attacked. I made the decision to stand in my truth. Then I used my enemy's attacks to set up my comeback. It was because of that I just had to stand up and speak my actual facts. For instance, for majority of my existence, I had to paint a pretty picture in order to conceal what I tried so hard not to reveal. However, with time, I began to heal, and now I understand what it means to be real. You see, I made a bold decision and my truth has risen. Now transparency has become a part of me, and I no longer have to hide who I am or who I used to be. And for that reason, I'm finally free to be authentically me. Seeds have been planted and my emerge has happened. Destined for greatness, no time to be stuck in the same situation. Satan keeps hating, but the truth will not be forsaken. It's time we realize what it means to be God's greatest creations. Thank you, guys. I go by the name Symbolic Soul. Thank you.
Yes.
That was hot.
Very hot. Very hot. We got some people out there cheering too. So, Denise, what are your thoughts?
Well, she did a lot, and I caught much as I could. But the last one resonates. It sounds like the poetry was like overcoming things, demons, and not actual demons, but spiritual demons, people getting through things, overcoming situations, improving themselves, and not letting demons take them down and stuff like that. She decided to go the high road on that piece. They all was beautiful, but the last one resonated with me for sure.
Yes. And Nura.
Wow, just wow. She's a very passionate poet. I'm glad I got to see the balance between the first one and then the other two. I think my favorite was Light. I really, really like that one. I want to hear that one again. But yeah, she's very talented, and I like how she expresses herself.
Yes, Dwight.
And I have to agree. She is a very talented young lady. That I get from her is that it's not quite as the first one, but close similar. She's going through some stuff through her life that the demons she fights it can be people in her life that circle her. Sometimes you got to cut people out your life, because when people bring you down, doing things to you, and it's met with you, it messes with you physically and mentally, that you feel like you're going crazy. She did say something about God, church. That's what you need to go get fed and get help for, because that plays a big part of when you have certain things in your life that you either went through or going through. And it seemed like I get from this piece that she was going through some things. Like I said, with this piece can go either way: a boyfriend, a family, or friends, or people you thought was friends. They just somehow tears you down, and you come to the point where it can have an effect on you, even change you. So that's what I get from it. That was a very good piece. It was just as good as the first one. She's very talented, and I have to say I enjoy it. I really did enjoy that piece, first one and the second one. So I give it to her on that. Give it to her.
Yes. She's fire. Yeah. And from the points, what I love about her poems is that you can feel her heart. She allows you to actually visualize. She's speaking from experiences that people really go through in life. So, I really, really enjoyed her on those. And now let's go to our next piece on a different ride. Miss Kanisha Yancey on Heart on My Sleeve.
Heart on My Sleeve by K. Marie. Some say I wear my heart on my sleeve. To them, I say, what's wrong with that? I always thought that if you give genuine love, you'll get that back. To naturally want to nurture and love on a person shouldn't be forced or come with some kind of game plan. I want to adore you and be the loudest voice of support. Hell, I'm your biggest fan. I should be your safe space when your heart feels heavy. I want our emotions to be so tied together, we both cry when we get married. But how can I feel all this if I put my heart up? Because if I lock it up, you're out of luck. Now, I'm going to treat you like a fiend. Get you high off my shit, get what I want, and leave. Now, I don't care how overwhelmed or stressed you feel, because giving a fuck was never a part of the deal. I'm no longer your fan. I'm your out. Because I'm overthinking and skeptical, just waiting to clock out. Now with my heart put up, I'm the topic of every man's podcast. Hearing things like, these women don't want no real man, or why I gotta pay for what a man did in the past. See, the truth is, I wore my heart on my sleeve, and homie took it off, slammed it on the ground, and watched it bleed. How do you recover from that pain? What do you expect from such pain? Not only the pain, but the shame from giving your heart to a man that was only running game. I'll tell you how. Take time and heal. Don't let it predict your future, but take some time to learn, think, and feel. Yes. understand everything you were trying to do was right for the wrong one. Don't get stuck in what he did. Life goes on. Do you in every way you want to do. And most importantly, remember, God will always see you through. So for those who told me, don't wear your heart on your sleeve, now I wear it with pride. Only difference now is I wear a coat. Nigga, it's cold outside. Thank you.
It's cold outside. Denise, give it to us. Give it to us, Denise.
It is cold outside.
Yeah, I've been in that coat. I wear my coat every day. I wear my coat every day. I can agree with her 100%. Her coat, she wears a coat, but I wear a fur coat because it's freezing out here. But yes, I loved her poem. I really did like that one a lot, and I love the way she presented it and how it was just clever. It was super clever the way she did it. And it was more of a funny and passionate at the same time, I think. Talking about these men out here being trifling and stuff, and she did it so cute to show that the men out here being trifling. And I get it. I totally get that one. I think that's going to resonate with a lot of people, male and female, because that role can go both ways. When she did that, good job, really good job.
And Dwight.
Yeah, I like that poem. It's a song by a group named New Edition, and it says, "Sorry, you're not my kind of girl." So the man that she was with, she wasn't really, I get from the poem, she wasn't his kind of girl. And I feel of him just being straight up with her. He played games with her and everything till it got to the point now she felt like, she wasted her time with this dude, and she gave her all to this man, and he played games with her, and she stuck it out when she should have been hitting the door. But now she had come to that point that, she's in other words, she's gonna be more careful the next time before she get with somebody, which is true. You should take your time trying to get to know somebody, so they won't be wasting your time and they won't be wasting each other time. So that's what it is. She got the one of those guys that said, "Hey, I'm sorry, you're not my type of girl." He didn't tell her that, but that's what it is. She just wasn't the one for her, because he wouldn't do it like that if that was the case. But it was a good poem. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and she did a good job, putting it out there. So I like that. I like that.
And Miss Nura.
I liked it. I liked that it was easy to listen to. I liked her delivery.
Freeze, girl.
She froze.
She froze up on us.
It's the internet. No,
I wish she was getting to the good part.
Oh, shut the car. Move it. Back it up.
Well, on my opinion, I think she was very creative how she did that. But it was like the way I feel sometimes. Like, I'm fed up. I'm tired. I'm not taking no more. I'm not tolerating this. I deserve better. And I love the way she presented it, and then threw a little twist and a little twist to it, and did a little comedy. Yeah. It was very cute. I really loved it. Thank you so much for your entry. Back it up, baby. Now, our next poet we have here, actually, it's Miss Nura.
Cocoa Elixir. Hot fudge puddles, thick, delightful chocolate goodness, toffee pleasures, lollipop fixers, squirming in the ambiance. Powerful energies percolate, masculine pheromones, sapient synergies, frontal thrust, whispering sagacity. Our souls have known each other before, like the sparkles in the sky, the birds that sing throughout the night. My lungs wanna breathe your air. When I was hopeless, ready to give up, you gave me life. Buckling with knees, shaking uncontrollably, not visibly, gripping waves of cedar sleep, sense of flitting virility, teasing, tauntingly sweet, orgasmic monsoon, vigorous nourishment, spiraling, cocooning. Our souls have known each other before, like the sparkles in the sky, the birds that sing throughout the night. My lungs wanna breathe your air. When I was hopeless, ready to give up, you gave me life. Caramel sap, syrupy sheet, surging, undulating, swelling, tantalizing, wet appetite, creamy dark chocolate dopamine, waterfalls and deep wells ignite, got me wondering what you taste like.
All right, something a little bit more smooth.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna let her speak because that was her piece,
Mm.
and I mean it was fire though. It was fire.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Denise, bring it to us.
Thank you.
Hi. Well, what I got out of it was juicy fruit. I thought
I love it.
I thought it was the song so juicy. Candy chocolate kiss is what you missing. That's what I got. Now look, I'm just kidding. But I did like it. It was definitely passionate, and it's almost like a fantasy of a man that you was interested in, that fantasizing about him being with you or in a passionate way. It was beautiful. So I thought it was beautiful. It was very passionate. I hope I got it right.
Love it, love it. Dwight, bring it to us.
Well. Hold on for a second. What I got out that piece was that she was looking, she'd been in a situation where she had been dating other men and other guys, and it just wasn't clicking. So this person and her that she met was her soulmate. They had met in town, but see that happened when we have a soulmate. you click like that. So I get it when I feel like she met this guy. It was a soulmate. They've been waiting on each other. They finally found each other. Now they clicking on so many levels that she just can't wait to taste them. Yeah, I heard that. Can't wait to taste the man. Like, yeah, it sounds like he's delicious. So when everything comes together like a recipe, just like a recipe, you do a recipe, and that's not the right ingredients, or this is not the right ingredients, and finally, when you find that right ingredient to pick in there, and you stick your finger in, and like, woo, that's it. That's what she's saying in that piece. Listen to it. Waterfalls. Yeah, it's a song about some waterfalls in a different way. But that's what I got. I got from that piece, she finally found her soulmate, and all those goofies are gone. Now she can truly enjoy her life with her true man and live happily ever after. So that's what I got. Beautiful.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love the way she brought in the soft music and the way she worded it. It was just like somebody in love. It's like you couldn't help but feel exactly what she was feeling. Like somebody, to me, it was just like somebody in love. Like just was, I ain't gonna say whipped, but just blown away.
Damn.
Beautifully done. I love it.
Yes.
Now, all the way from South Africa. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce her name because I always call her my baby D, but here she is.
Greetings to you all. I'm Dimakato N. Chedabo. I'm 19 years old from South Africa, and this is my poetry submission video. Today I'll be reading out loud my poem titled, I Was a Silent Child Growing Up. I was a silent child growing up. My silence has always had a voice. It's hidden in the most quiet places of my life, beneath the angers and sorrows I can do nothing about except feel. It's a sudden stillness that settles like a shroud on my skin within the surface where my emotions spin. You see, it's like an unwillingness to do anything when the world is overthrown by chaos. It lies between my scars and eyes. If you get close enough, they can tell you stories of love and loss I've tried to erase. My silence has always had a voice. It's clear and bright, it just needs a listening soul. Its whispers echo secrets in the darkness of my sleep, a symphony of emotions when darkness unravels. My silence is not arrogance, not judgment, and definitely not cold. My silence has a voice. It's a language all can understand but not many can hear. It's a language that speaks directly to the heart that's bold. My silence is a mystical hum. It vibrates every cell in my living body, a reminder that even in the midst of my despair, even in my cold, cold silence, my stories can still repair. I was a silent child growing up. Thank you.
I was a silent child growing up. And on our time right now, it is actually 3 a.m. in the morning for her to just take time out to watch the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour and also enter into contest. So we show a lot of love to her and we appreciate her love and her support. Now, Dwight.
Yes.
I was a silent child growing up. What did you get from that?
First of all, girl, ain't no way you 19. You gotta be 14. You look too damn young.
She look good for her age.
You know what I'm saying? 19, you can pass with 14. I mean, maybe 13. But what I got from that piece, I think what I got from it was, people go through things, especially children. They go through things that they are too afraid to speak upon because they don't know where actions, what it's going to come to. They're afraid that the person they tell may not believe them. So they keep silent instead of telling them about it. They just go through what they go through, no matter what it is. Like I said, being abused, being bullied, teased. Somebody they trust is doing things to them that they shouldn't be doing. So it can actually be somebody you trust, and that's the saddest part. It can be somebody you trust that's doing these things to you. So they stay silent. You find a lot of people like that, especially children, that they go through a lot of things and they don't know how to talk to anybody else because they're too afraid. So they just bottle everything up and they just stay silent and quiet about it. So I believe that was a good piece that she did. And sometimes just somebody speaking out like her can encourage somebody to maybe to speak up. So that's what I get from that piece.
And Miss Nura.
Yes, ma'am. It was a very touching poem. I could relate to a certain extent. I was not a talker until I was about 5. Um, it was pretty deep though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her delivery. I enjoyed it was passionate on a different level, and it was well written.
And Miss Denise.
Well, what I got out of was some children are very quiet. I got out of it that it's more like a wisdom thing. Uh, how can I put it? It's Nora, and she's distracting me.
Got it.
it's, it's the car. So, anywho, what children like her, and I've run across children like her that they don't really talk unless it's something important to talk about. You got those quiet thinkers, those super observant people that like to watch you and watch and understand people. That's what she reminds me of when she said that poem. That it's not that it's like trauma or anything like that. Is a lot of times you have children that are just sit and watch everything that goes around and remember and watching people's behaviors and they just soak it in because it's not important to talk to people who are ignorant or are not knowledgeable or are crazy because of how it will perceive. And plus, you might be the middle child or the last child. And usually the last child is usually the quietest one because they're watching everybody else's mistakes. And they learn from those things, learning behaviors and stuff like that. And they tend to be like one of the most smartest adults that you could ever know because they don't react right away. They listen to you and watch your behaviors and learn from it.
Well put, well put. And I'm going to say, knowing that this is actually her 3rd time entering, and from her past poems, she spoke on domestic violence that was going on there in Africa. And I have to say, being that I followed her and the way she spoke and stood, her radio shows, I feel like as a child, she's seen so much go on. And as a child, when you see something traumatizing, you become closed in and you don't speak out. You don't say anything. You just keep it all bottled in. And then it really doesn't come out until you're an adult. So, she kept silent about it. That's what I got from it. So all y'all opinions was good points. Good points. Now we're gonna go on to our next entrance.
Hello, lovely people. My name is Jay Wrights. I'm a musical poet, but today we're going to go back to the spoken word. If you were to look behind this smile, you would encounter tears equivalent to a mile. Many promise to stand firm as a stone. Instead, I remain alone. This is my life before you. You have erased such a place where virtues I could taste. You are my today, my tomorrow, substance in the world without sorrow. Today when you look into these eyes, you would only see you. A soul revealing a reflection of you, affection so true, my eyes went in a question for you. My life was a game. I allowed people to play. You have shown me a better way. Now I burn to rise. You are the truth behind these eyes. Hey everybody, it's your boy, the musical poet Jay Wrights, but we're gonna go back to the foundation. In everything I do, I see you. In each moment, I yearn to be you. We are one, a complete whole, merged in one heart and moving with one soul. In your time of despair, allow me to hear it. Disclose silent words spoken by your spirit. You walk in me, I'm felt walking in you. This foundation will not falter because this love is so true. My eyes sigh, joyful cries. In your world of truth, there are no lies. I am lost forever. You are a treasure found beyond measure. With this ring is the fate of my life. I'm so proud to call you my wife.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Shauna, that voice got me too when I first heard it. I'm like, wait. Now, before I give my opinion, I'm going to see what Tanice got out of that, and then we're going to go to Dwight and Nora.
Well, what I got out of it, that he's talking about his wife. Of course, that was the last thing he said. But I can see that he has passion for his wife. That's the only person he wants to see, and that's the only person he wants her to see is him. And he's proud of his wife, and more like I like he's passionate about his wife, because I got a passionate poet out of that. He's definitely that. And with the Barry White voice, he might win this whole thing. I'm just saying.
Hey, Dwight.
Oh, yes. I want to say that I believe his piece, his piece was pretty good. It was really good. I think he was talking about, sometimes a man had to find what he's looking for, and once he finds that woman, he makes her that wife, so they could be equally yoked. So I think out that piece, he was maybe saying that he been out there, he tasted some forbidden fruit until he was able to find the woman that God had put before him, and now that he has his queen, he loves to death, and he shows her that he loves her, and he's gonna keep her by his side until the day they both goes, before they both pass away. So that's what I got from there, and yes, he does have a very white voice and everything. And his wife, I have to say to her, you're a blessed woman. I know you're happy, but that was a good piece. And I love how the men show appreciation for the women, got good men out there. Even though some of us getting dogs today, but there's some good men out
there. Yes. And Miss Nora.
That it was beautifully written. You could see it was a dedication to his wife, man in love. And I like how he changed his background. It was pretty cool. I like it. Great poem.
Yeah.
I agree.
Now, I said I wasn't going to say nothing, and then I didn't know he was watching the show. But yes, he has a very alluring voice. His piece, I really love it. I feel like, not so much as a wife, but a man that values a woman and he observes everything within a woman to where he appreciates it. And that's what I got from his pieces, period. Because I mean, y'all check him out. He's on Facebook. He might have other platforms as well to where y'all can, go listen to him. I mean, I tell people I'm a stalker. I go back and look at your page and everything. But when I looked at his page, I mean, he has some very good pieces. He calls himself the musical poet, and very talented. I'm glad he bought it back, and very interesting story as well. To where me and Dwight and Denise will be talking about bringing him on the show as well. So when y'all hear his story, you see why he write the way he do.
All right.
Okay.
I love it. Love it. Very beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna go to our next one, which is Mr. Blaze's second entrance. Here we go.
I fell in love with you way back in the 60s. Yes, I know that was well before our time, and even then you were a dime. I mean, I wanted to be your Incredible Hulk well before Bill Bixby. Yes, before it was even whispered that I'd exist. See, you are so much of a fine mess to the very point that I desired to be your backbone while still spineless. My soul has been in search of your soul due to the sheer loveliness of your spirit. Please hear this. That's why the communicable connections are so in play, meaning my heart has been desiring with sheer necessity of loving your heart in the most highest forms. My atmospheric mindset is so at peace and tranquil when even the most smallest molecular and unbeknownst thought of even a two-dimensional outline of you, darker and or lighter, trickles throughout the matrix of my mentality, causing me to unclutter, making space in the heart and soul of my mind's eye for even the slightest representation of who you are or are soon becoming. So to have a little room for whatever your angelic fervor wants to bring along. I mean, I believe that I was built to voyage throughout life, and in the excursions I set the stage and provide the toiling that pleases your innermost core to no end. Yet that door is unseen with the naked eye. My third has captured it due to my feelings for you, which are rapturous. May I gently snatch you, miss, out of your embodiment, for I am godly sent to protect you. See, warm the elements that are you while safeguarding your mental telepathy. I need to know that what can I do to be the best version of every man for you? I mean, I like to take you to places that are distant even in mind, like Xanadu. Baby, I will not plan to fail, and that's why I didn't fail to plan for you. May I raise a hand for you or take a stand for you? My PTZ has been zooming, tilting, panning you and scanning for you. I am most definitely a fan of you to the point that I am stranded in candid view. Notice I've not mentioned anything pertaining to sex because to me, you are much more than that. I might even add that you are wing-tipped and goddess-like, exuded with molten lava lights. In other words, you are a problem. Quite enough men have come to tear you down, but I'm here to uplift you, kiss you, and tell you how much I miss you, and pray to God to fix you whenever you feel broken. And for every one of them that has slept on you, I need for you to know I took my nap. My eyes for you are wide open.
My eyes are wide open. Dwight, give us your input on that. Did he step out?
He probably went to,
Oh yeah.
put the screen up.
Okay, Denise, give us your feelings on that.
It sounds like he was talking, of course, about a woman in the most positive way he could possibly put it in. That the appreciation of a woman and everything that he can do for her and to show her and, valuing her and stuff like that. That's what he's doing. He's being passionate about that. He is a passionate poet for sure. Just basically that. He's just giving his no, wait a minute. I want to say, even though he's passionate, but he was kind of like uplifting too. You notice that? He was kind of uplifting with it about women. And once again, I'm liking those uplifting poems because we women, we get the raw end deal sometimes. And we love to hear stuff like that a man appreciate a good thing in front of him.
Yes. And Miss Nura.
You muted.
You muted, love.
I got the feeling that he was serenading a woman, the woman that he loves. It reminded me of how the Whispers sing, how they sang their songs on that album that had Lady and.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It reminded me of that album. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it. Good poem.
And Mr. Dwight.
Yeah, this man is in love with somebody. Who you in love with? Huh? But that's what I got from this poem. He's uplifting women, showing that he's gonna be that man that be behind them, support them, no matter what's going on. He's gonna stand firm. He's gonna be that backbone. He's gonna be that king of the house. He's gonna be there and to be her all. And that's what we need more men like that. So we have a lot of men out there like that. Like I said, it depends on who you get with. When that man find that woman, that right woman, that's what he gonna do for her. He gonna give it all he can give her, 100%, not 99.9, but 100%.
Yes, love it. And this is our last adult category video, the entrance, and then we have the children's category. So here we go with Mr. Dez.
Since the day I was born, they've been calling me a nigga. Told me that I was born a po' nigga. I was gonna live my life like a po' nigga, and that I was gonna die a po' nigga. So just die, nigga, die. By the age of 12, I was supposed to die a young nigga. And by the age of 18, I was supposed to die by the hands of another nigga. And by the age of 21, I was supposed to be spending the rest of my life in prison just like a nigga. But yet and still, at the age of 48, here I stand alive and free because I am a black man, son of the almighty Jah, son of the mother of all existence, roots rich in knowledge and strength. Poetically, I preach the pain of my descendants. Through my granular lives, I've been gifted. So call me what you want, but I am a black man. Strong in speech with hostile deliverance. So nigga, you can hate this or love this, but you will feel this cry of a black man who struggles daily, trying not to be that nigga that don't take care of his babies, trying to be the one that sparks your fire through personal experiences. Take your spirituality a little higher. I am a black man that doesn't steal or kill, and every time my cell phone rings, it's not another drug deal. I am a black man who sometimes surrounds my Gemini minds with 9 clouds of smoke and snatches one from the sky just to see what types of thoughts I provoke. So if you want to die, nigga, go ahead and die, nigga. But it's not this black man's time to die. I got seeds to plant and kids to feed, so my nation will forever breed. I got mountains to climb and destiny is calling, and by the hands of another nigga, I'm not falling. And so what? I'm not balling with 6 figures in the bank, and my ride don't resemble an armored tank, and my rims don't keep spinning when I skirt. Because when those cherries start flashing and I skirt, is step out with your hands where I can see them, nigga. So no matter what they tell you, you were not born a nigga. You don't have to live your life like a nigga, and you don't have to die like a nigga, because it is you that they have feared from the very start. A strong-minded black man with God in his heart. A strong black man with the spirit to conquer. A strong black man who believes in family honor. So if you want to die, nigga, go ahead and die, nigga. But just make sure that you only take your life, nigga, because even though she may be strong, the black mother can't be a father figure, nigga. She needs your support to build a strong home. She's not just there to make you moan and groan. So live, black man, live, because if you die like a nigga, 9 times out of 10, so will my nation's kids, nigga. So wake your ass up and stop acting like a
All right. Now I know I usually give my opinion at the end, but I'm giving my opinion because to me, I know a lot of people focus on that one word. But you have to look beyond the word and where he's coming from within the message. Because you look at society, how a lot of people have mapped us out to be one way, to stereotype us to come up a certain way. But what I feel what I'm getting from this, what he's saying is that you don't have to be that way. We need to stand up and be fathers. We need to stand up and take responsibility for our actions. You don't have to be that stand that they mapping every black man to be. Black man, man up. Stop being what they mapped us out to be. Saying that this is why we single mothers. This is why the kids turn out this way. Wake up. Stop killing off each other. Dwight, give me your message. What you're feeling.
I just want to say that, yeah, that you're right, Spicy. You know, that piece that Dez did is talking about the black man, and there's a difference between a man and the nigga, because we need more men to step up to be men, and that means everything from being good husbands, good providers, even good parents. Even though that you with a woman, you don't get along with her, but you still be a man and take care of those kids, because they're gonna need a father. A mother can't do it by herself. A mother can't teach a boy how to be a man. It takes a man to show a boy how to be a man. And we also need to stop all this hate, black on hate, black men fighting black men, black women talking about black men, vice versa. We need to work as a unit and be better. This is what he's saying in his poem, that the world want to make us to be the enemy within ourselves, to destroy each other. So we have to work together as a unit. We have to do better. And I agree with him. Some men out here, out here living a hard life. They don't care about being successful. They feel like they need to make it to the top quickly. That's why I'm taking drugs or doing whatever they have to do instead of just going to school, taking the time, but just being a hard worker to be able to take care of themselves, and not only themselves, their children or their family. So that's because only, excuse my language, niggas do dumb shit to get themselves caught, and then they spending half their life in jail. And let's keep it real, the justice system is not so kind to us. Or some other race can do a year to 2 years. A Negro, nigga, however you want to put it, can do 10 to life. So you got to wake yourself up and do better. Because the world already paint us out, especially the black men, as monsters already. So they always got us under a microscope. That's what they do. They do this. They steal. They leave the women pregnant with a bunch of babies. They do this. And that's not true. You got more black men out there that are with their wives or girlfriend. They raise their kids. So it's not that many of us out there that doing this. A few. But that's what that message brings. It brings we need to be better. We need to be men besides nigga and everything. So that's what I get from that piece. And I'm about to say that was a very powerful piece. And I'm glad that he did that. I really loved it, and that was straight up on fire. Good job. Good job.
Nora. And then Denise.
It was hard to listen to, but I chose to look at the heart of it and the art of it. It was very creative. It was a powerful message, and a lot of stereotypes in there he spoke about. So yeah, I get it. Very creative.
Denise.
Okay. I respect you, brother Dez. One of the most influenceable person I've have met in my whole entire life. You're very honest about your work, and you're very honest about yourself. You sugarcoat nothing. You are a very powerful poet. Y'all got y'all work cut out for you. The N word that was said out through it is not the first time I've heard it. Of course not, either to myself or people around me. It was very, very much a point that I could listen again and again and again because it tells facts. And these young people today, and some of the people, even some of the older people, need to be listening to that point because either you're going to be those stereotypes of N-word, or you're going to be a black man that's strong and powerful, take care of his children, take care of himself, take care of his woman, and not using her as a dumping ground for his happiness or his pleasure. He wants you to be a man that take care of his home, not just his needs first. It's his family need and God. So I just felt like that poem was super powerful, and y'all, I really enjoyed it. I did.
Yes, very powerful. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go to our children's category. We have 2 children that entered in, very talented. So the first one we're going to bring on is Little Miss Talia.
My name is Talia Baker, and this is my poem. Whenever somebody accuses me by saying you have an attitude, it frustrates me because I don't have one, but from their point of view, I do, but from mine, I don't. Whenever somebody yells at me, I cry because I don't know what I did. I don't want to be in trouble, so I apologize, even when I didn't do anything. Whenever someone says I talk too much, I close my mouth, and they ask, why are you so quiet? Whenever I get mad, I cry because I'm frustrated and I don't know what to do about it. And the only way I can get it out is by crying. Whenever someone says I'm lazy, it makes me feel like they don't see what I do, but they only see what I don't do. Whenever someone dies, I'm kind of not surprised. I've been hurt by grief so many times. I feel like everybody leaves me, not only by death, but by just leaving. I miss my family members, the ones who passed and the ones who still last, but still hang out with me. I miss my sister. I barely see her. I understand she has a life and has a husband and kids, but I still miss being around her. Even when we fight or argue, she's still my sister, and I admire her. I miss my brothers. Although we have different mothers, they are still my brothers. And I still love them even when we argue and fight. Despite that, I miss them. When they leave, I hardly see them. I miss my uncle, although I don't have many memories with him. But the sadness I saw in my mom when he left, I wish to never see my mom like that again. I still miss him, although I don't really remember him because I was only 2. I miss my grandpa. He was my favorite person. I always felt happy in his presence. I was mad when he passed, wondering why my dad didn't take me to go see him when he was sick. I was frustrated, but even my brother said I didn't want to see him like that. I know he wouldn't want me to see him like that. I know he doesn't want me to cry and he wants me to be strong, but I can't let go of him, just not yet. I wish you could see who I became and the great things I've done. I wish you could see I'm an actor now. Playing chess too. UIL as well. Still straight A's. He would be proud of me. I just know it. He is watching over me.
Very talented, very talented. I know every time I see her, I just be like, oh, my baby. But Denise, what do you get from that?
And it just sounds like she's being most like most children do. Uh, Adults wanting children to be quiet when they shouldn't be. And I know that's all too well about not wanting you to cry when it's necessary and not wanting you to speak when it's necessary, being devalued as a child. And people have to understand children are smarter than you think. They're super smart and stuff. They're not understanding what adults, sometimes what adults think that children can handle. A lot of times, the children can handle more than adults can handle. They're more innocent. They understand better than you think. Do not underestimate children because sometimes they're smarter than most of us. I'm just saying.
Yes, Nura.
I like that she has learned how to express herself.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciated the fact that not only did she express herself very well, she put it into an art, and that's it's a really great skill to have as a child because it will take her far, and she will develop that into her adulthood and learn how to better express herself. It'll get sharper. So I think she's very talented. I like her poem.
And Dwight.
She's just so cute. She's a cute little girl, and I just want to say she's very talented. She's, you know, putting the words together as she's talking about how she get into arguments with family members, siblings. She missed her grandfather, her uncle that she doesn't remember, never seen, haven't been a while since she's seen. She remembered. She's telling the story with the things that she's seen as a child, where she went through certain family members that have gone and passed or missing, and she's expressing herself. And I think it's just cute the way she did it. You know, she's very talented, and as she goes older, she's gonna become even more talented. And I just like the way she put that together. So to me, she did an excellent job. So I really like what she did. So she is very talented. Loved what she did.
Yes, very beautiful job done, Talia. Very sweet. Good example of everything that could be going on within a child's mind, emotions, and is a great example to say, you know, we need to start listening to our children more. We need to respect that they also got emotions and a mind of their own, and as well as a heart. You know, it doesn't take much just to say, how are you doing? So on that note, we're going to go to our next one, Elena.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena Wilson and my poem is called My Voice Matters. This poem is to recognize Ruby Bridges and what she did during her time in an all-white school. My voice matters. I'd never been the type to speak up. I knew that if I did, my heart would have been broken, shattered. My voice matters. My head, emotions, scars, and trauma remains shattered. A young girl, so innocent and sweet, until came a day she was told not to speak, unless told, look unless looked at, and speak unless spoken to. Ruby Bridges was her name. Before all the fame, she was a simple black girl trying to keep her name. Imagine you lived in a time where black and white can't be friends, where your skin defines where you live and where you've been. My voice matters. Never before had she been this brave, being the first little girl to go to a white school had really made the white man phased. Ruby Bridges, the woman who gave us all an equal education in preparation for what's to come. She faced most of her peers, fears, and attended to an all-white school that was mean and cruel to her. Was it fair? No. But did she back down? No. She knew that her children's children would need the education that she got. She pushed through, for me and for you, and everything in between. She went through trials and tribulations like a lion in a stampede, not thinking how to get out, but somehow got free. My voice, her voice, our voice matters.
All right. Love it, love it. Every time I see her, all I can think of is Martin Luther King. If y'all remember her last poem. But I'm gonna go to Dwight first. Tell me what you feel.
She's a very young, talented young lady. I like her work, how she put her words and how she put her thoughts together. She's talking about the young black girls, that sometimes they get a hard time, just being girls, no longer black, and the things that she goes through, even at schools, when you go to a school that's have other people that are not the same color as you, and some of them are jealous because of your intelligence. We know that black women are the highest intelligent, women, and above men and women in the United States. It just are, and not only the grown women, young girls, young ladies as well. So, being at her age, I'm pretty sure her and many other young ladies that are talented, very intelligent, goes to a lot from their own, no less than other people that's a different color than you. So that's what I got from that piece, and she's telling that story, and I just want to say she's very talented, and you're right, Spicy. She reminds me of a very 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 young Martin Luther King, and she with her talents and her intelligence, she's gonna go very far in this world as she continues to grow, and I just love her work and the way she put it. So good for her. I love it. Love it.
Anthony, you're muted.
Okay, what I got out the poem was Ruby Bridges. When she went to the school when they were first trying to segregate the school, and she's trying to making a voice for herself and many other girls. She was the start of it all, and that's what I got out of it. That was very clever of her to put it in that way. So that's what I got of the young girl, strong little black girl. Didn't know what was going on at first. And she quickly found out that she was going to an all-white school with a whole bunch of people that was calling her all kind of names, throwing vegetables at her. But she stayed strong and stayed fast and went to the school every single day, and that she made a way for a lot of us, not just the black girls, but a lot of us to go to whatever school we wanted to. And that's what I got out. A very clever, very strong poem from the young lady.
And Miss Nira.
I enjoyed her poem. It was my first impression was a quiet, like a soft spoken strength. When you're young and black and gifted, it takes a minute to find your voice. Because sometimes your voice is more powerful than you know how to handle. But once you get a grip on it, ooh, honey. And see, when you're young and you're intelligent, but you're taught to respect your elders, it's difficult maneuvering in life. So I felt all of that in her poem. Well written.
Yes. And what I like, these two are very, very intelligent, very talented. They're really gonna go far. I would like to continue to follow where they, when they do go, because I feel like they're gonna be a power. They're gonna be powerful. And what I like about Elena is that she takes history, which is past and present, and breaks it down into reality to let you understand things. From a young mind, that takes a lot.
Yes.
Very gifted, very gifted. I loved it. And as y'all know, You have to set your notifications. Tune in May 3rd, because May 3rd is the day that we are going to be announcing choices, the chosen ones. All of them are winners, but they are chosen ones. You know, we appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for joining this moment with us. It was great. It was great. I really loved this. Y'all gave good insight, and y'all gave, real great answers in breaking it down for each poet that, has been blessed with a beautiful gift. We come back every year to hand the torch over. Des has been a wonderful one through 2024. Very emotional. I don't know, this might be another emotional period. I don't know who it's going to be, because, I'm happy for whoever gets that spotlight, but don't ever be nervous or afraid to step up to the plate with your gift, because you are blessed to possess that, to be able to take words and make it into a melody. And I love it. So, we hope to see y'all next week. We'll be back with Grown Men Talking, also with the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. And we're going to sign off with him signing off with us with his last point for the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. 2024 powerful poet, Desmond Jones.
For the next 3 minutes, I demand the attention of every father in the house. And for the next 3 minutes, I demand the attention of every father to be in the house. And for the next 3 minutes, I demand the attention of every father that knows they're a father, but not being a father, who just may happen to be in the house. And for those 3 minutes, I want you to think, if you could give your child one gift that no weapon formed against this gift would prosper, what that one gift would be. I ask because I was sheltered as a child, and to the ways of the world, I was blind, or so I thought. See, at age 2, Daddy taught me how to roll grass that made him cough. See, Daddy was a playboy pimp / budhead who sometimes popped pills that almost left me dead. A country boy with 2 green thumbs between the tomatoes and corn. Marijuana flooded our garden, and when I couldn't sleep, he let me sip out of his bottle. To Wild Irish Rose, I was addicted as a toddler. Before I could even speak, I knew I wasn't born with 2 left feet until the sun fell twice. He'd stay up bumping Sam Cooke and Teddy P. He taught me how to handle haters who invaded my space with every other night toe-to-toe displays. Had a stable of hoes outside of matrimony. Now, both God and my mother can verify this testimony. So, what are my choices of what I should be? A 7-day saint or a thugged out PIMP? Because my daddy's blood genetically molded me, from the brown eyes to the way I sweep a lady off her feet, the freshly cut hair and my style of dress, no matter where he went, so clean, so fresh. And he couldn't stand being broke, so he taught me how to hustle. 8s, halves, pounds, keys, and a team of certified bone crushers. But I tried it his way, and that ain't me. See, I smoked up all my weed. Out of a pound, only sold a QP, and I tried to be a pimp, but the bitch was short my cash, and I ain't know I'd go to jail for one little. But don't get it twisted. Forever in a lifetime, I love my father. It's just that now I'm a father for my son trying to be a positive role model. So I'm going to flip my pain into positivity, because I don't need my son going to the penitentiary. So for my son, I'm a write all day and night in the form of spoken words, not coded kites. For my son, I'm going to make a difference in your life by performing with the passion of the anger that haunts me at night. For my son, I'll reveal my faults through pen and pad, praying that he will one day follow the path of his dad, because when I shared with him the stories of how I earned this plaque and that trophy at the age of 5, he asked if he too can write poetry. So I'm in this for the fame, the honor, and the glory, because all of the above equal destiny. So I'm a pimp my thoughts and serve you knowledge. Do shows for free and some to pay for my son's 12 years of college. Yeah, I don't think y'all heard me. See, I said I'm going to put in motion people with my thoughts and serve you knowledge. Do shows for free and
something to pay for my son's 12 years of college, because even though spoken word may be positivity generated by creativity, for me, it's an outlet for hostility and inner negativity, because I can't afford lay up on the couch therapy. So with this mic, I spit my fears, pains, and traumatic history, praying that the energy you give will heal me and take me away from my lifestyle of poverty, because with each cheer, scream, and hand clap, it is you who moves me. So I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me when I say that if I had to give my child one gift, that no weapon formed against this gift would prosper. If I had to give it to my grandchild, if I had to give it to my great-great-grandchild, that one gift would have to be the power of knowledge, dramatically interpreted through hostile slam poetry.